Hey everybody, it's me, Angel Benton, and tonight I'm in Glendale, California. And first of all, I want to start off by saying, you know how yesterday I started my show by apologizing for Dancing for Relevancy not being on at 5 o'clock on the West Coast? Well, actually, it was on at 5 o'clock in Los Angeles because they had a Rams game, and I knew it was a sporting event, and that aired at 8, and then 5 o'clock was Dancing for Relevancy. But in Vegas, where I live, it was on at 8 o'clock. So I knew that I saw that somewhere. I knew I wasn't making shit up out of my ass. I mean, I knew it was something. So, but I saw that show and I cannot wait until tomorrow morning to talk about that because it was a lot. It was a lot. I can't wait to discuss it. It's going to be awesome. Anyways, so let's see. Okay. Bold and the Beautiful. I love Bold and the Beautiful. But here's a couple of things that I'm having problems with the Bold and the Beautiful. One of the things that I have issues with, and now granted, both of these things happened a long time, but this is just the thing. Both of these incidents I'm going to talk about happened like 20 years ago, but they are still affecting story today. Okay, so this is why I'm going to be mentioning them. Okay, so the first one is Brooke and Ridge. I'm sorry, I'm over them. I'm way over Brooke and Ridge. Like, I like her with Bill. I love Bill. Bill is hilarious, right? I think Bill's a scream. You know, I liked Bill and Quinn together actually perfectly, but you know, that's fine. She could be with Eric, be the new Mrs. Forrester. Oh, that was the best when Eric told Steffi, FYI, I asked her to marry me and she said yes, and she looked like she was going to kill her. It was great. That was good. That was really good. Okay, but anyways, back to Brooke and Ridge. So the thing about Brooke and Ridge is that there was a time, because she's gone through every single guy in that family. She dated Ridge. She was married to his father. She dated his brother. You know, she's done all the Forresters, right? Now, apparently, she's fucking for stocks. No, my friend Cameo, shout out to Cameo. She was like, is Brooke fucking for stocks now? I was like, well, if you're going to be a hooker, you might as well do it for stocks. That's probably the best way to do it, right? Anyways, not that Brooke's a hooker. Okay, but anyway, so there was a period of time, because, you know, they've been going back and forth since this show started, like, you know, 25 years ago, 30 years ago, however long this show's been on the air. The three of the original cast members, well, one of them is, one of the characters, Ridge, is still there. It's a different actor now, though, but Brooke and Eric have been the same the entire time, right? So Brooke and Ridge have gone back and forth, and there was a period of time where Brooke, and I'll never forget this because she had a lovely little a little soliloquy. She was at her window. She was at a window out, and she was looking outside, and she basically said, I need to say goodbye to Ridge and move on with my life. You know, it's not going to happen and I need to let it go. So goodbye, Ridge. I'm letting you go. And that was such a touching and heartfelt, poignant scene. I really thought Catherine Kelly Lang, who plays Brooke, she's a great actress anyways, and you can check out her caftans on Instagram too. But she's really great. She does a really good job, and I was so invested in her character because that's believable. Like, you relate to that. You're like, you know what? I know what it's like to have to let someone go. I get that. I know what it's like to have to move on. Blah blah blah. But then, like, 2 weeks later, she's like, I'm still in love with Ridge. I mean, like, really? Really? You're dating his brother Thorne and you still are in love with Ridge? And that was when I was half done with the show. I was like, oh my God, I'm so half done with you guys. Then, when I was fully done, was when Steffi, okay, this is back when Steffi was a little girl, back when she was a twin with Phoebe, when Steffi got eaten by a shark, when it was really just Crazy Morgan that kidnapped her. But right before we go into that, how much did you love Morgan? Morgan was fierce. Morgan was played by Sarah Buxton, who also played Annie on Sunset Beach, and she was fierce on Sunset Beach, and I'm having a hard time sitting up on this bed. Okay, here we go. So she was fierce on Sunset Beach. I loved her on that. She was great, but she was great on Bold and Beautiful too, even though it was just a limited run. So she played Crazy Morgan, and she kidnapped Steffi, but she made it look like a shark attack, and the audience thought it was a shark attack too. So all this time, everyone is like, my cheeks look weird? It looks like I've got like lines right there. That's kind of strange because I really don't. Anyways, so we all thought that Steffi had been eaten, right? And then, of course, 2 weeks later, we find out, oh, she's still alive and Morgan's got her. And I'm like, God damn it. Nowadays, I'm like, I really wish that shark would have eaten her because she is annoying as fuck. I cannot stand Steffi. I know I went off on this last time, but it's really annoying. I can't. Ugh. And I don't know if they do that because the writers feel the need, oh, something's not working, we need to change it. Or if they do that because that was part of the story the whole time. And another thing that has happened with Bold and the Beautiful that actually has benefited story, so this is the flip side of that same argument, is Maya, right? Now, there's no way, you cannot tell me that when Maya's character was first introduced that she was transgendered. No way, because her first words out of her mouth were, Daisy, what have you done with my baby? Right? I mean, yeah, the writers wrote that away saying it was her boyfriend's child, but that's kind of lame. That was kind of lame to me, because that if she had really been transgendered, I don't think are they dimples? Do I have dimples? Maybe a little bit. Oh, or maybe I'm just fat. That's probably more like it. I'm probably just putting on a little bit of weight on my face. Oh well, what are you gonna do? So anyways, but I like the transgender storyline. I thought it was great. I thought it was very well written and well handled. And I like the range of emotions that both her, Carla Mosley, who plays Maya, and her sister Nicole, played by Rain Edwards, both of the range of emotions that they went through, because it was very believable. You really thought, okay, this is what it's like to have a transgendered relative. That was really cool. I enjoyed that. Now, of course, since then, they went right into Babytown, which that's fine. But that totally killed any relationship with Zende. But I'm sorry. Zende has got to go. Zende's boring. And this is the problem with Maya now, though, is that Maya's boring too. Maya and Nicole. But here's the thing. I love all the characters separately. Like, I loved Maya when she was going through her transgender storyline. Even before that, actually, when she was on Roommate with Carter, and Caroline was plotting to keep her away from Rick. Remember that many years ago? That was great. I thought she was great in that. I loved Maya. I mean, you really root for Maya, right? And then I love Nicole, especially because, remember, Nicole had a brief flirtation with Wyatt. And then Wyatt, of course, sold her out and found out about, Maya being born Myron, and then outed her to the entire tabloids. I guess you would just say her because she's identifies as she. I tried to, here's the thing, sidebar. Okay, so I have, I'm a very open-minded person. I have zero problem with anyone. Transgendered, lesbian, gay, straight, whatever you are, Muslim, Jewish, whatever. I'm friends with Asian, I'm friends with everybody. I'm friendly with everyone. But, there are times when I accidentally misgender someone. And I'm very understanding of it when other people do it, especially people from Asian cultures, because, like, for example, in Chinese, there's no difference between him and her, or he and she. There is no difference. There's just they. There's just one other, that other person. That's all that you can say in Chinese. There is no difference. So when someone who is a Chinese speaker calls a she a he, or a he a she, I know that's not them being a bitchy or shady. That's them just making a mistake, because English is their second language. I get that. But sometimes I do that too, but just out of accident. Like, I don't do it on purpose. So there's no ill intent behind any of that. Just thought I would throw that out there. Anyways, so basically that's what's going on with Bold and the Beautiful. Oh, like they had a scene with Maya singing the national anthem at a Dodger game. And it just seemed, and Maya was great. Don't get me wrong. She sang the shit out of that song. She was wonderful. But I wonder if Jacob Young was a little bit jealous. Jacob Young, who plays Rick Forrester, because he had that pop career a while ago, and I'm wondering if he was like, God damn it, that should be me singing that. I don't know. It might be. I don't know. But she was great. She did wonderful. But it just felt like filler scenes. It felt like it wasn't anything. It wasn't leading up to any story. There wasn't anything that, and maybe they were just doing that as a way to showcase one of the players who was at the Forrester Creations earlier. I don't know. I just thought that was lame though. So because with Sasha, I like Sasha as well. And I like the dynamic that they're starting to build with Sasha and the two sisters. But I like that Sasha is now with Thomas. I'm enjoying that. So I like all these people in their individual stories, but together as a family, the Avants are a real snooze. Like ship mom and dad Avant back to St. Louis or wherever, or give them a better story, right? And Zende has not been good the entire time, and God bless Rome Flynn, the actor. He's great with what he's given, but he's not given that much. He's kind of wishy-washy. And not just that, but it doesn't make sense why he would be so anti Nicole carrying Maya's baby when his his parents have, well, not his parents, his father has got AIDS. So, well, HIV. He's got HIV. He's healthy now. He does not have AIDS. He has HIV. There's a difference. But I mean, why would you then be judgmental of people? It doesn't make any sense to me. So flush them. Anyways, that's all about for Bold and Beautiful today. We'll talk more about Bold and Beautiful next week. Tomorrow morning, I'm going to talk Dancing for Relevancy, and I'm so excited about that. And then tomorrow night, I'm going to talk Below Deck, because it'll actually be the next day's night in Japan, because I'll be in Japan after tomorrow's show. Tomorrow morning show I'm going to do from here. So have a great day, everyone, and I will see you in the morning. Bye.